This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Time to go. One with nature. Falling leaves, adorn my night!
And night phantasmagoria.
Into the wind.
Nice and spicy.
Wind blade! Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Eat this! By royal decree. Booba, get them! Ah! Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
Into the wind.
Wind blade. With the wind.
Falling leaves, adorn my night!
Nice and spicy. Oz revealed.
One with nature.
I created another universe and rejoice! Else tremble in fear! I created another universe and found...
keep this close. A reward on the road.
Disappear!
Wind strike. Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering? Time to go. I'll keep this close.
Oz, reveal by...
Just doing quests and stuff. Just trying to get to AR-45 so I can start leveling up my characters. What is it, Maya?
Wind blade!
It's okay. And I need to get the Inazuma so I can level up Kazuha. We got him. Finally. Where is this?
Is this an answer from this world?
Oh, it's in here. What are you up to?
Time to go. Clouds high. The birds call.
Ah,
Never again.
he's like doing so much damage with being level 40. I know I'm gonna finish this one, see this quest, and then I can only do this quest once I finish leveling up the Statue of the Seven. So I'm gonna have left the world quest to do. So I just want to get this out of the way so it doesn't sit here. But you get a little bit sidetracked with these chests and stuff.
Cry out, my illustrious...
I know. But once I get this out of the way, then it's just mainly world quest left to do.
This is
Oh my god.
the end.
Why would they not attack me?
Wind blade.
It'll take a while to get to Inazuma, but we'll get there eventually.
I'll keep this close.
Oh, that's where it was. I need this. I'm gonna take Kazuo away for a brief moment. There's a lot of mining going on here.
As you wish.
Now I'm not gonna touch the Primos till what do you call it? Next banner. So we're on 1500, and we still have a standard or this. But we can do the. Yeah, I know, but I like it this way. You know the way I search it. I didn't do it for. I know for Inazuma and for Sumeru you'll definitely need it. For the Geoculus and stuff. What is it, Maya?
Luba, get them! By royal decree!
I'll keep this close.
I need the green ones. Where is this? Oh, we only 2 left to do. You happy, Maya? Where was this? Oh, it's here. I've already been here. You can. Yeah, it's in here. Mm-hmm. Do you play this much now? Maya.
Someone needs assistance.
One more to go. Oh, what? Why did them slimes died? Oh, wait. I need to make food and then we can get rid of... what can we make? Since I don't have a decent healer just yet, so we have to do... Make sure we have food. Oh, sweet now. This? Nah, I think it should be alright. Kazuha. I want to keep him on the team because you can still get
Want me to come along?
character XP. Food. Oh, these shrines I'm gonna unlock once I have all of them with these keys. Yeah, but she's not raised yet, and I'm sealing the condensed or fragile resin. I'm just using the daily resin to level up the characters for now. Because once I get to level 45, then I can do a gold. Maya, I'm speaking. Then I can do the gold artifacts runs.
Race you!
This is why I love Kazuha. And they're dead they're dead in an instant. Go. And it's easy to mine with him. There we go. This quest is almost done.
Time to go.
Oh, that was the treasure.
Oz, reveal thyself!
I need these for fish shell. Oh, there's a chest here.
Into the wind.
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Oh, we're getting purple drops now. Jesus. Need to collect these just in case I need what do you call her? Some of the characters needed it, but we got the point.
Brings a smile to my face.
This sword animation is good. Oh. I didn't even notice that.
Time to go.
There wasn't there for here, no.
Another test subject.
One with nature.
By royal decree!
Bye bye.
The wrong test subject. The hunted.
Damn guys are literally everywhere. And now we can focus on the Archon quest. This is finished.
None of this will go to waste.
Oh, what's this? Think I would put it on him? No. No. Official? No. Kazuha has these ones. Wait, which one was this? Oh, it was the blame. This? ER. Nope. I didn't expect it to some of the 4 stars artifacts being... They're okay. They're not bad. I can still deal decent amount of damage. Why are you attacking this? God damn it.
I'll keep this
Trying to get a
close.
chest and he's blowing fire somewhere else. But there's a Geoculus over there. I'll go collect it. Whilst we're here.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Falling leaves. Adorn my night.
Like Kazuha is literally level 40, he's doing the same damage as everybody else. Crazy. Oh yeah, there was. Yay. We go collect this. And this is probably the best one. Because you don't need to try reach for things, figure out how to get them. Just jump up with Kazuha. That's why I wanted to get him.
The wind knows me.
Venti would be good for this type of thing.
A fateful offer.
Was there any chests other than this? Oh, there was.
Get them!
We're level 36 already. Oh, we can do this as well. Where's here? See what I mean? You get so sidetracked on a lot of things because you still need decent artifacts to do things.
You're toast!
With the wind!
Is there anybody else? What? That was simple.
I'll keep this close.
And I don't believe there was a chest here, but you know what, we're gonna go grab the loot from these because I need it for official.
The wind knows me.
Nice and spicy! Oh, reveal thyself!
Seriously? Get a boost. Special's actually doing decent damage.
Blade!
And he did not drop anything. I need to check. Special talent. This needs to go up. I don't even have any. Okay, we can get going on an Archon quest. Yep. Why is it asking me to get up there? This is a good mining spot. But I can't be out at the minute.
Stay focused.
Seriously, lad?
One with wind and cloud!
My royal decree!
As you wish.
The only downside is that Kazuha will die rather quick. Where's all the stuff? Will you stop shooting at me? No, I don't think so. They haven't made it cross compatible. I was trying to play with my sister and she has it on PS5 and she wasn't able to join. I'm not gonna get up there. Oh wait. Yeah, they're recharged. Yeah, come here.
Into the wind.
There we go. Oh, they disappear. Well, I got the over 100 of them now, so we can make about 100 condensed. The hell was that? I need to get up to that platform over there. Are you kidding me? Don't you dare. Just
One with nature.
what the hell?
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is.
A lot. I'm only on AR 35,
Since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map
so
is
I
the
need
same.
another
Let's
10
look
levels.
around. Hey, look! There's some
It'll be
sort
a
of
while
mechanism
before I
thingy.
can get to that.
Since this is the right
Because I want to
place, it
start
must
farming
have-
for
yes,
good
this
artifacts and
must-
do. I want to clear the abyss.
Into the wind. Follow the wind.
Jesus, Castle, huh? He literally jumped much higher than Traveler does when he does that.
It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind
I
current
know,
was
it'll be
stronger,
a-
we'd be able to reach. Huh?
Hopefully by the end of the week,
Or
it might be
all
alright.
Let's. Oh, hang on a moment. Looks
Because
like
I do
we've gotten
every
close to
single
the
dailies,
Guizhong
that gives you around almost 1,000
Ballistic. Why don't we
XP.
shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? No. Paimon may have just forgotten to think about the safety. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong
Right, where do we go now?
Time to go.
Got that. Okay, I think I have gotten. Why are these guys here?
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to arrest us. Now Paimon's mad. You, over there. This is a trick, isn't it? How?
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come.
I still need to build decent. What do you call it?
Odds
I
revealed.
need 8 characters
Blade!
to clear the abyss,
Disappear!
and I have no idea how am I gonna do that.
Who goes there? Target alive!
Booba, get them. Ha! By royal decree.
Into the wind.
There we go.
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Who?
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountain.
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
I'm still reading and Mr. Yoimiya
So this was all a misunderstanding?
banner.
Paimon never would have thought.
I really want
Anyway,
to get her.
for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited...
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. I'll say it like it is. They're under—
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, you should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each bring—
Favor? But, wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. No.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back— Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
I hate all these long
Well, that
talks.
Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar frosted slime! Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super... Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka. Let's go gather ingredients.
Now why am I going over here? I already completed all this. Well, I mean, I've been here. But it doesn't give us a harm to kill a bunch of these.
On reveal! Nice and spicy!
Let's drop more. Now since we're off 35. Oh. I need to get these. They're the I wish I had a mojito for damn flowers. Would have been the simplest thing possible.
Ooh, look at that slime. It looks crystal clear. Very delicious. That's the one.
Oh. Oh, there's a chest up there. Oh, come on.
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Huh? Did you hear that? It seems like it came from those... Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have left...
Why is there always a cutscene?
There's no end to this.
Oz revealed myself. Wings of darkness. Come, sever neck.
Direct assault!
Nice and spicy.
Wind blade! With the wind!
The hunter.
One with nature.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us.
I understand. Don't worry. I will compensate you both. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well,
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And what might that?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations. Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
Great! Paimon's sugar frosted slime now comes in a beautiful package.
Are we done? Oh wait, no, we're not done. There's a chest up here that I missed out on. There we go.
A reward on the road.
Now we done? Seems that way. Oh, there's a chest on a tree.
Is this an answer from this world?
Oh, sorry, I'll be right back. The child fell asleep. Need to put her in a bed. I'll be right back.
A guy called Mung Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as it's on a...
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime!
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber.
Fine. We can go see Ningguang. Who needs stairs when you can climb the walls? Come on. There's some flowers we can pluck.
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
Well, they could have showed us how we got up here.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guest.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista.
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat.
No idea.
They built cities and
probably
nations on the corpses of the
know
vanquished,
it. Actually,
and thus
no.
began the era of the 7.
Why, what
You can
region
see
you're in?
Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon.
I think you're supposed to be from the same region, because it will
Not only is it true that
it'll
gods may
reset your
die,
game.
but so too has the
been up
membership of the 7
till that
changed over the
certain-
last 2 millennia.
So
Rex
it'll
Lapis's
reset
passing is
you
an
from
unimaginable
ground zero
disaster for Liyue. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later.
if you change
Yet,
your region
how are
on.
we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
Was it? I don't think there was any chest on this chamber, was there? Should have been.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Oh, no, then. We can grab this. We can grab some books. I need the books. God damn it. I think that's all of them. Should be.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first.
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets, but the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, Traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for their rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one
Well,
other
when do
thing?
you get to make
Of course.
condensed
Violet's
resin?
heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in
Because I still can't
return.
make it.
So, does that include us?
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, one of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one, the biggest one. Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy
I still haven't
discovered
finished
traces
Mondstadt
of
reputation, so
classified Fatui research on
I'll
the
finish
Sigil
that
of
first.
permission.
Well, there's no point for condensed till I'm AR-45 anyway.
Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's
You can
body
only
and
get good
whatnot.
stuff from AR-45.
But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really think... Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll
Is
see
there
if
any
you're
new
onto something.
events going on?
Before
I
we look
completed
for Zhongli
the
at
one
Dihua Marsh,
that was
let's
here
go to the
recently.
place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there.
But I don't know if there's any other coming. I don't think there was anything up here. There's no chest or anything, so... We can go investigate. Oh, my... But we'll do this now. And we'll go here. We'll heal up. Then we can go over here. Oh wait, we can complete this as well. Oh, of course there's the play agents. Just do that. Jesus, how many is there?
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us too. Let night fall.
Wind blade! Wind strike!
As one with wind and cloud.
Into the wind!
Counterattack!
There's a couple of 2 agents here. Oh, I need to get rid of this guy first.
One with nature!
Wind of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
Shouldn't get careless.
Into the wind! Clouds high!
The birds call.
Okay. We go get rid of this guy.
By royal decree,
Bye bye.
My duty.
That was easy enough.
At an end.
Right, we need yeah, Ningguang.
Don't disappoint me.
I think it was this one. Are you kidding me?
oh, goodness gracious.
Disappear.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Don't waste my time. A keen eye. You dare to hit me!
More? Oh my god.
Wind blade.
Wait, I need green ones. I will keep my one for now. A Maitreya actually does do good damage.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for? Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where? Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine power. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil ritual of permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for... Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Jean. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hate...
Quests do take a while. Oh, we can get the ring guard. Get up, get up, get up. Up you go, down you go.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Let's get a chance. What the hell is this? Sigils, sigils. We need these sigils. Oh, there's a chest that we can grab. So they're proper chest armor once I get the weak compass.
Why settle for less than more?
There's no way you're gonna be able to find every single piece of chest in this game without the thing. Unless you start searching every single corner of the place. Which I do not have the time for.
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon, yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, was it?
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti
We
has
can try
long
again, but I
passed.
don't know if I'll be able to do the quest. Will I be?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning,
do you have Inazuma
you must be careful
unlocked?
when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be
Glaze lilies. Well, why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingsa Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping
But
is
if you have
always
Inazuma
tending to
unlocked, I
flowers.
could level up
Maybe
my
we can ask
Kazuha.
her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people.
I wouldn't need to wait.
They won't do it
a
all.
long time.
Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded,
Alright, I'll finish
turning
this.
it into the marsh you see
Can
now.
I'll join your world
Nearly
then,
all the glazed lilies were wiped
if
out.
you're alright with that.
Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glazed lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glazed
Well, which
lilies
one
have
is
the
that?
strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true
Which is being
tradition of the
released
rite
now?
of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more fragrant.
So how good is your singing, really?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Alright, why is that? Alright. I didn't even know that you can't do it.
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
Jesus Christ, I couldn't put that a melody in it or something.
These flowers are jumping. They're really angry. Is it because you sing a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand Piano Lyrics? Nova, get them!
Right there, and then
Disappear!
back in a minute, so.
I'm the right hand. By royal decree, wings of dark.
Windblade!
Those weren't glazed lilies. Glazed lilies wouldn't.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of the...
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the...
Unfortunately,
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glazed lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's your...
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off of... She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a...
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies...
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business.
I've had enough ventures in my life. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away, so you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor.
Why is it asking me to do it again?
Ah, you're the consultant to Wengsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate time?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable. given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
Hello.
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must
How's it
rein
going?
in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng funeral parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite... So what does Zhongli mean?
Why, what server you're in?
For the fuse. Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really... But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Here we go. Oh, we're not far from level 36. We'll just... Of course he's gonna go there. Why are you making me walk miles? Oh, we need to unlock the teapot. The wee teapot. What am I doing? Where am I going? Guess there's nobody here. Yep. I need that sigil. Okay, now we need to switch over here. Do this. Council house.
Sounds good to me.
There we go. Oh, he's all healed up. Now we can go beat up Child. Probably should have used cryo, but
Wow!
that
This
should
is
be alright.
the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet,
What
take a
the
nap
hell
on
is
top
up
of
with
a
this weather?
mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to... It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there? Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Jesus, he's squishy.
Not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously. Haha, good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? And the Gnosis over now. Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it!
Adorn my knight!
Into the wind.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Windblade!
You're toast! I summon thee! Ruma, get this! It really hurts!
You're a cut above.
Oh, that was easy enough.
Look! Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this, and now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now! The Fatui have been researching them!
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone! That guy is fast! What's going on? If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millelith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle, which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millelith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the Guardians of Liyue.
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins... Yep.
3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Let's move. Shouldn't get careless.
Wind blade!
Miscalculated.
Oz, reveal thyself!
That is Osial's divine power. Item. Very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How dare. Smash and I's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Let's end this quickly! Stay right there. I will end you.
Nice and spicy! The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many between too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
On my knight!
We don't lose heart. Here, take this.
Gentle energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave! This brain is really strong!
No excuse for slacking.
Into the wind.
Let's move.
Clouds high. Let's come! One with nature.
This is it.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use it now.
We just sank into it.
Into the wind.
One with wind and cloud!
You're not going anywhere. Don't get in the way.
Let's move!
other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
I guess this is it.
Time to go.
Let me amuse myself.
Adorn my night! Disappear!
This realm is no home for a princess.
Looks like I went too far.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Time to go.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which—
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserve—
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would—
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lin—
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective.
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Ark. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesy.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone, when danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so... Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adeptis, although their blood is weak. There is still the time of contracts between gods and...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and old child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshem Funeral Parlor.
Follow the wind.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
The key here is consumer psychology.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the City of Bards was... Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me up. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis...
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatu?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue, together with the Adepta. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, Traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, This is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that there's only one real possibility in...
Fatui?
Shh! Lower your voice.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless, gods and adepti live glorious lives. But both rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation. So that's how something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up? Could the Qixing already have known that? Did Zhongli exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing.
As said previously,
3,700.
we, the people of Liyue,
Long unending.
now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we
So concludes the words of Her Eminence. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far, and our name your price. You deserve that.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
As for the mortals,
But it seems that, well, that's fine.
Perhaps.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Xinyue kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed.
You're right. I do like the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives—
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, the Archon Morax. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of— That is true. But there is no journey.
Paimon thinks—
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the god?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of, when 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly All right then. Was there anything? Well then.
Astra Abbot.